What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Quality Content here, and welcome to another plot synopsis reading. Today we are going to read Paul Blart Mall Cop 2. This was released in 2015 perhaps. 2015, yeah, I'm right. So let's start. Less than a week after getting married, Paul Blart Kevin James gets a notice of divorce since his wife was immediately delusioned with marriage. To make things worse, his own mother gets hit by a milk truck. However, Paul takes comfort in his job as a mall cop. He's been seen accompanying a little boy back to his mother. But mother thanks Paul and tells her son to hug him. The boy instead smacks Paul and runs off again. Paul's daughter Maya, Rainey Rodriguez, just got her acceptance letter to UCLA. Paul gets in the letter inviting him to a security officers convention in Las Vegas. Thinking this could be something big for him, he announces this to Maya and invites her to join him. Not wanting to spoil his joy, she decides not to tell him about her acceptance just yet. The two head off to Vegas and get accommodated in the Wynn Hotel. Paul meets the general manager, a pretty young woman named Davina, Daniela Alonso, though he believes that she's making a pass at him, even though she is already seeing the hotel's head of security, Eduardo Versagui. Maya becomes friends with the hotel's valet, Lane, David Henry, a fellow security guard named Donna Loney Love, knows of Paul's saving of his mom and drops a hint that he may be the keynote speaker that night for the other guards. In the hotel, a criminal named Vincent Neil McDonough is plotting with his team to steal valuable artwork from the hotel. They disguise themselves as hotel staff members and plan out their heist. Paul learns that another security guard, Minero, Nicholas Tutaro, is giving the speech that night, crushing Paul's spirit. He also becomes too overprotective of Maya. Spying on her as he talks to Lane, she sends him off after telling him that he's embarrassing her. May later goes out to the pool bar with Lane after telling her dad was going to take a bath. When she doesn't find her in there, he freaks out and calls the security to find Matt until he calls him from her phone. The guards leave with annoyance, and Eduardo mocks Paul's profession. Matt hunts her down in the cafe. He says he found out about UCLA from the letter in Maya's bathrobe. He wants her to stay close to home in the junior college, but Maya gets angry and declares she is going to UCLA. Paul hangs out with Donna and three other security guards, Saul, Gary Valentine, Con, Shelley Desai, and Gino, Vic DeBettio, around the hotel to check out all the cool non-lethal equipment on display. Later, Paul finds Monero drunk as he tries to hit on a woman at a bar. While Paul attempts to defuse the tension, Monero passes out, and Paul is then given a chance to be the speaker. He calls Maya and asks her to come by, but she's at the party with Elaine. Oh god, that's a lot of words. As Paul gets ready to give his speech, he decides to get some fresh air, only to come across a wild bird and get into a fight with it. He then goes up to give the speech, while Vincent's cohorts begin to pull off their heist. Maya ends up walking to a very split, and she is taken hostage. Lane goes looking for her and gets taken as well. Paul finds a rousing speech that moves all the other security guards, as well as Divina, who finds herself inexplicably attracted to Paul with each passing moment. Maya attempts to give Paul, only for him attempts to call Paul, only for him to ignore the call during the speech. After it ends, Paul calls Maya, epic, learns that Vincent has her. Paul runs to her only for his hypoglycemia to act up and make him pass out. He gets back on his feet by catching drops of melted ice cream from a little girl's cone. Paul springs into action and takes on a couple of Vincent's goons. By sheer dumb luck, he learns that they're trying to steal and plans to stop them while also rescuing Maya and Lane. He gathers all the non-lethal equipment and takes out most of the goons. Meanwhile, Maya escapes the room she's in and using the copper wire and a snow globe that Lane gave her to unlock the door. They go back to her room since the goons are too close. One goon offers Vincent an oatmeal cookie, but he rejects it since he is terribly allergic. After taking out one goon carrying a Van Gogh painting, Paul contacts Vincent and tells him they'll trade the painting for Maya. Vincent drags Maya out after hearing her tell Elaine about Paul's fear of being alone after being divorced, losing his mother, and now having his daughter go to college. Vincent uses this against Paul, but it doesn't faze him as he got Donna, Saul, Con, and Gino to join forces with him. They scare off against all of Vincent's henchmen and he takes Mountain Lane to the helipad to get away. The security guard clumsily but successfully take out the villains. Paul gets to the rooftop and sees out that Vincent has lain to another roof of another building. Eduardo goes up to find Paul. Paul thinks he's on a scheme, but Eduardo is just mad that Paul is attracted to Vina's attention. They celebrate differences and with the help of her security guards, now including a now sober Minero. Paul uses the zip line to get out of the other building to stop Vincent. He uses a gun with some sticky material to take out the remaining henchmen, but accidentally gets his own feet stuck. Vincent's about to shoot Paul when Maya gets oatmeal lotion and rubs it all over Vincent's face, causing him to go blind and to swell out. Paul jumps out of his shoes and headbutts Vincent, knocking him out cold. The villains are arrested and the artwork is returned safely. Paul makes peace with Eduardo and talks to Davina, who admits her attraction to Paul, but she feels that she must stay with Eduardo, especially since he's crying. She agrees, though Paul immediately realizes he just made a huge mistake. Later, the security guards armor Paul with a Medal of Valor. Finally, Paul decides that he must let Maya go and supports her decision to go to UCLA. Moments later, Paul drops Maya off at the UCLA campus with her new friends. Paul walks back to his car when he spots a policewoman riding a horse downtown. He tries to coolly walk over to her, but she starts writing a ticket for jaywalking in a business district. He mentions that he's an officer, and the woman instead decides to give him her number. Paul then proudly smacks the horse on the rear, causing it to kick him against his car. The police woman asks Paul if he's okay, and he says he's never been better. That's the end of the plot synopsis. So yeah. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to the channel, like the video, share with your friends, and comment down below. This has been Boy Quality Content. See you next video. Goodbye.